Speaking of condors, the LA Clippers unveiled inexplicably their new mascot. It was not a Concorde, it was a condor.
Right.
But it still makes no sense because LA Clipper is a boat, you see. It's a fast-moving ship is what a clipper is.
Sailor.
Condor has nothing to do with it. Condor's a bird. It's a state bird, but
Yep.
it's an indigenous
Is
bird.
it a state bird of this state?
I don't know if it's the state bird, but I believe
A
it's
bird that
indigenous.
lives in this state, or it's flown through this state. That's
believe
It's
so.
not good enough to have. It's fine to have a state bird. It's not good enough to have birds that might have been in the state.
I'm not sure about that standard, but all I know is this: it's not just that it's a condor; it's
Okay,
that it's.
carry on.
If you want to know what a condor looks like in the wild, just look at my upper lip. It's kind of like that. Here it is. There he is, Chuck the Condor, Handsome Hank, the new mascot of the LA Clippers. Steve Ballmer, the owner, introduced him.
Do you know he's the richest owner in all of sports?
It's a bunch of disparate parts just slapped together. It looks like
Right.
Mickey Mouse's head with a protective
Whoa,
cup
look how
over his
high it
face.
bounced. Look how high it jumped.
Gray pants, and then yellow legs. It's very strange. All of Twitter is abuzz. He's got a pink head. It's about as ridiculous as there ever is. And so I thought, let's go through some of the mascots. I noticed a lot of people on the radio and otherwise are doing the same thing. But, of course, when something this seminal happens, it requires that you go back through history and not just declare hyperbolically this is the best or worst thing we've ever seen. Let's consider some of the mascots that we've gotten a look at over the years here. First of all, the Condor's is stolen. That's not even the best condor in mascot history. That's the Pittsburgh Condor. The Pittsburgh Condors were an ABA team in the early 70s, and as you can see, if you're watching on YouTube, he's way cooler. Then across the state of PA, that's the Philly Fanatic, spelled PH. What do you think of him, Handsome? This is fun to do with an English.
What is it supposed to be?
He's a fanatic. He's his own creature. I kind of like that. And out of his green snout every once in a while comes a red thing. There he is, Bernie Brewer.
Oh, I love the Brewers.
Yeah, that's your Brew Crew mascot.
He looks very Scandinavian.
Yeah, he's got that big yellow mustache, and he slides into beer after home runs. I don't know if he still does that anymore, but yeah, what's not to love about a team named after beer? Then there are the Milwaukee Brewers bratwursts. They have a whole pack of them. There they all are, and they're a lot of fun. They run a race in
every day.
Every baseball game. Then there is there's
Steely McBeam.
I've often said he's the jaundiced Adam Carolla.
Yep.
What do you think of Steely McBeam?
I like Steely McBeam.
I think his name is.
I met him once at the Super Bowl.
Did you? Was he a nice guy?
I have a stronger jaw than him.
Then here's the whole Cincinnati Redlangs gang. And what I like about that over Mr. Met is that there's a whole gaggle of them, so you know which one came first because he's reproduced.
Right.
Although, look at this. There's the Western Kentucky Hilltopper.
Yeah, I like that.
Although he just looks like Elmo who got fat.
Right.
Like Elmo grew up and overate a little bit.
Got out of the trash can and.
Yeah, there he is. No, that's Oscar.
Oh, that's Oscar.
But yes, I think he's one of the more ridiculous ones.
Awful. Awful.
Flying Elvis. There's Pat Patriot, the Patriot who snapped the football on the hats until Tom Brady came around, or Drew Bledsoe, and then they went to this cockamamie character who looks like Elvis, ergo Flying Elvis.
Most punchable face in sports.
Can't stand him. And then there's the Syracuse Orange, who I do love. He's just
an orange.
That's what's great. He's an orange.
I like the fact they're not even trying to disguise it as a human in an orange outfit.
No, simplicity.
He's wearing basically pants.
And he's happy, but he's not overly happy. Right. He's just sort of amused by what's going on. Then if we're talking mascots, you can't be No, that's Spike Lee, famed director. Sorry. Yes, famed, not a vagrant at all. Although we should get into some Spike Lee movies in the next round of Has Black Tie Seen It? And then, of course, the greatest mascot of them all, or of recent vintage, Peyton Manning, the mascot of the 2015 Denver Broncos. Who Peyton did about as much as I did for the Denver Broncos this past season. So I think he's a good
mascot.